All right, now I'm recording again, and so continuing the interview, going to talk about your dad, Joe Deemer Thornton,
Correct.
born 12 April 1902,
Yep.
died 2 April 1976. What do you know about his early life?
He lived in Ardmore, Alabama. Uh, Grew up construction, woodwork, uh, working at sawmills, worked at uh, dairy dairy places, just wherever you could get work in those days.
So that's how he went. Did I don't know what it was. World War I at all a thing? Was there any? Did that touch him at all?
Did that what?
Well, World War I, happened when he was young, when he was relatively young, of the right age, I guess. Was he affected at all by that?
The war?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Uh, as I can remember, he was too old for one, too young for the other.
Okay.
World War One, World War II, kind of got caught in between, and I don't know the kind of work he did at the dairy. They needed him for something. So anyway, he just kind of got caught in between, and
Yeah, he was fortunate not to be sent.
yeah,
Uh, all right. I guess we've already covered the fact that he. Well, let me go back before I talk about him marrying your mother. He was married. Am I right? He was married to Pearl Roper. Wait. Yeah.
Hurley,
Yeah. Pearlie.
and I don't remember her last name.
Okay. And they had. Did they have three children together?
Yes,
All right. And they
and
were.
two of those were twins.
Okay. And now I've done the math, and I see that they were significantly older than you guys.
Right.
And when he was married to Pearlie, where did they live?
I don't know.
Okay. But the
I
kids
don't know.
grew up in Alabama, right?
Yes, all of this was in Alabama.
All right. Um, all right. Well, what do you know about any of that? Do you know? I mean,
I I really can't tell you much.
okay.
I don't know. I was just never included in any of those conversations, any of those, because Jack and Peggy were both. They left home at about 16, age 16. She got married and he went off to the Navy.
Well, and Jack and Peggy were who?
They were the twins,
Oh, I gotcha. So you're half brother and sister.
right? And Hazel was the one that hooked me and Libby up.
Gotcha.
So she's the older one.
Okay. And so Jack went off into the Navy.
Yeah,
All right. Was he was this after World War II or during?
it was World War II.
Okay. And he survived it, right?
Yeah,
Okay. All right. Now how about your dad? We talked a little bit about your dad, I guess, about his construction, but obviously he left Alabama and moved to Tennessee at some point, right? And then
yeah,
carried
but
on with
that
construction.
you're right. Just I can't tell you a whole lot there.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess yeah, you told me already he built, hospitals and schools and did demolition on houses. So I got that.
He built probably a half a dozen buildings at UT Martin, dormitories. So he just West Tennessee. He worked a lot of different places. Union City, Reelfoot Packing Company. That was in Union City. He built it. But he would come home uh, on Friday night, go back to work on Saturday, bring his clothes home. Mom would wash his clothes, and he'd be gone on Monday morning.
Huh. So he stayed out most weeks then, working out in construction.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay. So what was his personality like then?
Uh, he did most of what I do right here. He sat in a chair, and this is because we never saw it. It was just he was just a daddy. Uh, he never. All of us played sports. All of us, and I don't recollect him ever seeing any one of us participate in anything
Mm,
because he was always gone.
right.
In other words, he was not there at all because he was just. And what we remember is seeing him sitting in the chair watching boxing, and he would sit in there and box and mimic boxing. Of course, he helped me and Jim with our cars. He didn't know a lot of about mechanics. His was mostly concrete and woodwork type construction.
Okay. Um, so so I take it he worked pretty hard. What when he passed away at the age of 73 is what I got. April the 2nd, 1976. What did he die of?
Heart attack.
Heart attack. Okay.
He was in the backyard working in the garden. He had his pills in his hand.
So he hadn't even taken them then. It came on so fast.
Came on fast, and he had his hand in his pocket with the pills in his hand.
Hmm.
I was at, I was teaching at Beach Bluff, and they called me, and it's about a 12-mile trip, which I made in about 10 minutes. And he's still sitting beside the tree.
Hmm.
That's where they got him.
Yeah. Well, do I guess I should ask, do you have any memory of your grandparents, his parents?
No,
Okay.
uh, both of both of my mother's parents were passed
Right.
when I was born,
Mm-hmm.
and Granny, which was Daddy's mother, she lived up the street from us there in Jackson, but don't remember. You just remember an old woman, and old. I'm talking old, wrinkled. Uh, that's what I remember about her.
Yeah.
He had a sister name was Floy, and she was simple-minded. Uh, she had a speech impediment, but she could function. She could do anything, but she couldn't speak very well at all.
Mm-hmm.
And but she did get married and had a son. His name was James, and last I know about him, he was in Alaska.
Hmm.
That's all. That's the end of that story.
Yeah.
Uh, but they
Well,
lived right up the street from us, where Mom and Daddy lived there on East Chester Street.
okay. Well, I guess that can be it if you want it to be. You think can you think of anything else that you'd like to say about either your mother or your daddy?
Uh, Probably in a day or two, I could think of a lot of things.
Yeah, that'll be all
But
right. That'll be
you
all
know
right.
how that is.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll take I'll take the recordings of what we did, and I'm gonna put together a few paragraphs, and what I did with Libby is
Yeah,
and you.
I read that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, good. Yeah, so it's going to be like that, and there's as you can imagine, we got a lot of people in the family here, and so 1 or 2 pages is all I'm giving, and actually 2 pages is more than most, and so I'm going to condense it down, and I'm certainly going to miss a lot, but I got to finish sometime. So anyway, I'm going to put it together, and I'll send you what I got on your mom and daddy and you, and yeah, I'm doing this by AI. I'm using Chat GPT or Grok or something like that to
Yeah,
summarize this. And
I
so
appreciate you doing this.
I think it's good. I think it'd be good. You'll get to see it when I'm done. But I'm gonna send you this, and just know I could have gotten some things totally wrong. The computer is dumb. It'll just write things, and so I want you to take a look at it, read it, and tell me if there's something not right in it.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
I took you a while, so I appreciate you spending the time with me.
I appreciate you a lot.
Well, it'll be good. I look forward to wrapping it up and putting it together for the kids. It's one of those things.
Okay,
I think that the kids, they're not going to care anything about it, but maybe in another 20 years they will.
you know, I could spend an hour on each of my places where I worked.
Yeah.
You know, being a teacher and the things I experienced, and especially being a principal, it just, but you have to end it somewhere. And right now, you just can't remember it all.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's me too. I probably have the least of, I struggled to even talk about myself enough to write a few paragraphs. But with talking to Joy, she told us story after story after story. I had to do it in three different times.
She can do that. I can tell you that.
Yeah, she's got a gift.
uh, yeah.
Well, all right, I'm gonna let you go tonight, and I
Okay.
appreciate it. I'll be texting you back with
Bye
the
bye.
results. All right, see you
Bye.
later.